Alright, so welcome everyone to today's game of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Iken, I'll be your Dungeon Master, your guide into this world of Dungeons and Dragons, and you've all joined us as players tonight, so you'll be taking on the role of adventuring characters, campaigning for fame and fortune. So we do have one new player today, so we'll get him rolled up, and then the rest of you, after he's rolled up, we'll get you prepped. Hopefully you're pretty much ready to set out, and we can get straight into discussing what you're planning on trying to do this week. But another
Mhm.
week of campaigning continues from the village of Gavelon. Last couple weeks, for those who haven't been here, have been pretty slow. Progress has been difficult for a lot of us. We've been suffered a large casualty a few games ago. Very few made it back from dangerous weather or an attack against monstrous bugs in the forested hills. We led an attack against them and we lost. Um, let's see. I think the last week was alright. We did get into the dungeon last week. Did some exploring of already explored territories, and we found a little bit of treasure. Maybe we just mostly looted dead characters, and then we left. So again, progress has been slow, but perhaps this week will be different. Let's see. It is gonna be late May of year 11 for this adventure.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna start with rolling up a new character for Fluffy, and then we'll do prep for everyone else. Let's see. Alright, so Fluffy, you're new here. We play basically we play old school D&D or D&D BX with house rules. Have you ever played old school D&D before? Old style D&D?
Once or twice in my early days.
Okay. All right, awesome. So you understand like we already discussed earlier, in BX there's no paladin class. That'd be AD&D and up. So,
Um, Played
all
it
right.
a while ago. I have not played since in like 10 years, so
Mhm.
I will need refreshers.
Right. So let's see. It's old school D&D. We're going to be pretty much telling stories of classic fantasy adventure with dice and through a game, right? And by role playing, of course. I'll be your guide into this world. I'll do my best to help you understand the rules and the story we'll be telling together with the roll of the dice and uh, playing your roles naturally. You'll take on the role of an individual character and you'll role play as this character. You'll be speaking, thinking, acting as if you were behaving as if you were them, right? In this different world, this different time on a campaign for.
Pardon me.
Hmm.
I should have been more specific. I've played D&D since then. I haven't played Classic since then.
Okay, all right. But you said you used to play the original D&D
I
back then,
used to
or
play, yeah,
older versions. Okay, so this
yeah,
should be it shouldn't be too difficult for you to understand. I'll
yeah.
try not to bore you with the details then. Um, let's see. We're gonna roll up your abilities then. Get your strengths rolled up. All right, you have
Okay.
11 strength, and our method of dice rolling here is typically the dungeon master will roll for you, unless you request to roll your own dice. If that's the case, you can. You just have to use a dice cam. And there's also a dice bot. If you want to use the dice bot, you just have to be quick about it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna roll for you. So if you're taking a minute to roll a
Yeah,
single
I'm
die,
fine with you rolling my dice.
all right, cool. So yeah, the dice will be rolled on cam on the stream. Everyone can see it. It's fair game. Uh, all right, 11 strength is what Fluffy's character's got so far. You can write this down if you want. I highly recommend you do, but it's not required. I'll be writing them down too.
Yeah, I am writing it down. I'm writing down the character sheet.
Awesome. All right, my camera can zoom out, please. There we go. Okay, next is intelligence. 11 intelligence. Next is wisdom. 12 wisdom. Next is dexterity. 8 dexterity. Alright, constitution. 12. And charisma.
So it was 12 wisdom, 11 dexterity, and what was charisma?
12 constitution, 10 charisma. And that's all your ability scores. And next you're gonna choose a class. So in D&D BX there's 7 classes to choose from, 4 of which are of the race of humans or men, and 3 of which are demi-humans, uh, people somewhat like humans but they're somewhat monsters. Uh, your options are cleric, fighter, magic user, and thief. And for demi-humans it's gonna be dwarf, elf, and halfling.
I'm sorry, I'm still writing down my stats. Charisma was, I
10.
mean, 10.
Hmm.
And dexterity was,
Your dexterity was 8.
yeah, thank you. Um,
Alles gut.
my con on my highest is what's a wisdom based character?
That would be a cleric. Your highest score is wisdom, so I do recommend cleric to you.
Probably what I'll go with then.
Good to go. And that's actually the closest class you'll get to being a paladin in original D&D.
Yeah.
Okay. So you shall be a cleric. Next, we roll your hit points. This is how hard you can get hit before you die. You get 1 6-sider for your hit points. 4. That's pretty good, actually. Okay. Next is money for your equipment. You'll be starting with 14 pieces of silver. We have a different economy system for our house rules or our game. And then we're gonna start buying new equipment. First, we're gonna buy you a set of clothes. You need to be protected from your environment. We'll also need you to get a holy symbol so you can perform your role. I'll describe to you your job. As a cleric, you are a man of faith, and you're so faithful that you can use your faith to drive off the undead. You have a skill called Turn Undead, and you can turn back the undead, right? Cause them to be compelled, right? Or feel compelled and to leave you alone, leave you in peace. So it's a like protection, right? You can cast upon them with your holy symbol and your faith. That's your strongest weapon in this game, and your role in the party to fight off the undead. You can fight any armor, any weapons in our game, but you're encouraged to use blunt weapons as to not murder anyone that is of the living. To gain deity disfavor uh, by like perhaps killing someone, an innocent, right, or drawing blood, that would mean to lose your ability to turn undead or to even use white magic in the future. If you prove faithful enough and you reach level 2 without losing favor with your deity, then you will be able to use divine magic. Alright, so
Okay.
for now, you are just a man of faith. You can use wear any armor, any weapons. You're like everyone else, but your main role is to use your skill to turn undead. Everyone here, no matter what class they are, is a hunter of monsters, treasures, and bounties. So you're all like here to go questing, right? You're all here to kill monsters and fight them. You're all here to explore dungeons and loot treasure and all that, right? So, but you all have a particular set of skills that will help in different areas a lot more. In this case, you're gonna be good at fighting and driving off undead. So let's see.
So should we go through my equipment
Yep. So
or my skills now?
we're still gonna go through your equipment. Your equipment, pretty much all your skills. You only have one skill, class skill or ability, which is turn undead at the moment. But when it comes to equipment, you have a holy symbol. You have your clothing that costs a total of 3 silver out of your 14. So you have 11 left for weapons, armor, and such. For weapons, I first recommend you purchase a missile weapon. In this case, I highly recommend the longbow, crossbow, or shortbow for you. But if you want to save money, go for a sling.
Am I required to have a winged weapon?
It's highly recommended. You're a monster hunter after all, so if you want to get into melee ice, you're risking your life a lot. So it's up to you. Do you want a missile weapon, or would you rather go with that one?
When we come back to this,
Of course. And then for a melee weapon, what do you think? Any medieval melee weapons available? I'll tell you the price.
um, what about a Fletcher? It's like a medieval spear with a curved end.
Uh, you said it's like a spear?
It would be, like a halberd.
Oh, it's a pull arm. You want a pull arm?
Yeah, pole axe or pole iron or
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
You can have
So I
that.
could swing it, I could stab it. It would be
Very
multiple use.
effective. Yeah, you can reach with it, brace. Yeah, it would cost you 10 silver though for a pole arm.
Um, would
Just
that be
trying.
against my faith?
If you were to murder the living, like humans, other humans, then yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
if you're using that against the undead, you're fine. You can in our game you can do that. That's fine.
What's your strength, Fluffy?
11.
11. I can. Can I just give him like an additional silver? I give him. Can I give him an additional 20 silver to purchase
Uh, you sure?
to gear
That's your
himself?
money,
'Cause I think.
hard-earned money. So
Yeah,
you just
I
met
think
this
he's gonna
man.
gear him. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He looks like a man of faith. That's someone I can trust. Here, take 20 silver to equip yourself better.
So how much would that be in total then?
So you were at 11 silver. Now you're getting 20 from Vardon. So let me take note of this. One moment. Everything we do, we track.
You want to fight up front, right? I'm assuming
Yeah,
the way you're
yeah,
talking. What?
He wants to be a
Okay.
frontliner.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, I need to prepare rations and everything.
And the party will probably
Oh,
purchase rations. They'll figure out who's gonna buy it together.
Okay. Um, what kind of armor can I buy?
One moment. Vardon, you have
100 point.
105 or 100 and
Yeah,
point 0.5.
point
So now
five.
you have
Yeah.
80.5
Yep.
after paying him 20 of your silver. Go back to his sheet. Okay, so you have 31 silver to spend. You bought a polearm, so you're at 21. Alright,
How much would full chainmail cost?
if you want a male halberd, it's gonna cost you 15. And if you want a gambeson or akaton under that, it's gonna cost you another 2. 17 total. That's a plus 3 armor
Sorry,
class
what was
total.
that?
So, male armor is uh, 15 silver, and an akaton is 2 silver. If you want a heavy akaton under that, or with it, then that's an additional 2. So it's not much more expensive. It's a pretty good deal. You'll get plus 4 armor class total.
What's a naked in? I don't recognize that word.
It's cloth armor, to prevent chafing under your mail, and it's extra padding. You can get a heavy one if you want to. You
How
have
much would plate cost?
plate is 55 for plate tourists, which can wear
So
over
that's out
a
of
coat
my
of mail
budget.
or Nakaton.
Is that out of my budget?
Yes, you're only at 21, so you can't afford. If you want the best armor you can afford right now, I highly recommend getting a heavy gambeson or Akaton, and you're gonna get male halberd as well. That's already plus 4. It may be a helmet. Let's see. Oh wait, you
And
wouldn't
how
be able to
much
afford
on
a
it?
helmet, but you would be able to afford a shield with it all, unless you just get a normal Akaton. If you get, I would recommend that you purchase a.
I'll probably grab a shield with it. To grab a
You
normal
can't use a
with
pole
a
arm and a
chain.
shield.
Yeah, if you get a
Pole
shield, you
arm's
can't use a
two-handed,
pole arm.
right?
So if you're
Wait, I
going,
I can
can't use
toss
the
him.
pole on with the shield.
yeah, because the
I can
polearm is
toss him a
two-handed.
mace. I can toss him a mace too. So if you take the shield, I'll give you a mace to go with it. So you can fight at range or you can fight in close.
Um,
We need a frontliner, is all I'm saying. Like, look at us. We need a second one.
I can be the second frontliner.
Okay, so you want to get a Gamson for sure, and a Mel Halberg, right? 17 silver.
yeah.
Okay, so you're down at 4.
Take the shield and I'll pass you a mace if you wanna be like close up, like beating people.
Well, yeah. I want it to have a little bit of range, but the closer I am, I feel that the pole axe would be good because I can poke them and slice them from
Mhm.
range, and if need be, I can push them away.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? And they won't be able to reach me with it.
Yep, unless they pass the end of your polearm. In that case, you have to try
Yeah.
to push them back or fall back so you
So
can
I can be a
stab at them again.
frontliner with protection, and if they go through my defense,
You can switch to your shield and mace if you have one.
yeah, that's my plan then.
Okay. So do you want to buy the shield then? You have 4 silver. A shield is 3.
Yeah, if he's gonna give me that, I'll buy a shield. And how much would a simple back cost? Or
The
do I
cheapest one
automatically
that you
get
can
that?
afford is a sack. Costs 1 silver.
Would it just be like a side sack?
It's like a burlap sack, a knapsack that you can wear on your or sling over your shoulder or around your neck.
I'll buy that as well, and I think that'll be it.
It's a leather sack actually. That's why it's so expensive. Let's see.
Much how much do you need for armor? Baldric, by the way, because I'll give you two. You guys owe me though. You guys owe me like a little bit later on, like half the
Yeah,
cost that I paid you. So 10.
yeah.
I have
Okay.
plate armor.
Oh, you have plate already? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good, dog.
Oh,
I do need saddlebags for my horse though.
I want to get a horse. How much was your horse?
My horse, it was like 5. If you would kindly donate me 10 silver for a great helm, I'd be grateful, but you don't have to.
Let's see
Yeah.
after I purchase like what we need for the adventure.
All right. So then, Fluffy, we're almost done preparing your character for the expedition. Um, the last thing you'll need is to choose a character name in your set. So find a medieval name for your character.
Um, did we decide on a race?
Your race is determined by the name you choose. Naturally, if you choose German name, you're German, right?
Should I go with a medieval dwarven name?
You're not a dwarf. You're a cleric. Clerics are only humans. Dwarves are their
Or it'd
own
have to
class of
be.
adventurers.
Oh, right. I forgot that was a thing back then.
hmm You don't pick a race
Yeah,
and a class.
right.
You just pick a class mainly.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my classic name, Johnson Buttercup.
Okay, you don't need a surname. Your surname is based on your player name, but you could be John Johnson. That's fine.
I'll
So no
just go
John.
with Butters.
It has to be a medieval name. It
So
can maybe be
Johnson
Butters
would
as a
work.
nickname, but
You should let him be Buttercup.
you guys can call him
Everybody
Buttercup if you
likes
want,
it.
but you still need an actual name.
Um, crap. Okay.
Yeah, this is a
Um,
medieval world, not modern day. So
right, right. Sure, Pettingham.
you want to be
Does that
Pettingham?
work? Yeah, Pettingham. I have no clue how to spell that.
Yeah, me too. So I have to look it up.
I don't even know if that would count.
Not finding much on it.
Yeah, Pettingham's a surname.
Yeah, there's Pedlingham, Pettingham. You can still be it, I suppose. Maybe. Do you want it? Looks like
Yeah, I'll take it.
trying to find the origin of this name.
It's a medieval peddler handle.
Yeah. Um.
So it would be like a human
So
peddler.
Pedalham.
Yeah, peddle hand.
Okay, that
Ham,
works. I
whatever.
see a man named Pedalham. It's Pedleham. That's fine. You can be that.
Can you text me that so I can't spell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna change your nickname.
Thank you.
Alright, welcome to the campaign. Pedalham the Acolyte. Let's see. Okay, next is gonna be Idle as Eden.
So unless somebody wants to lend me 5 copper so I could buy saddlebags, I don't really have anything to get.
I lend it.
I'll pay back
It's okay.
unless you die.
No worries.
You're
No
just
worries.
a party sugar daddy, huh?
I can't
Paying for
take it with me.
everything.
I can't take it with me.
I nominate Varden for caller.
I nominate him for collar as well.
All right, so I'm going to get saddlebags for 3, and that will leave me at 0. So
I also need some saddlebags for my horse.
Okay, well, you're gonna wait your turn. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
You're good.
What class am I again?
Cleric. 80 silver pieces on Barden. Okay, and then Eden, you've got a saddlebag. Or saddlebags on your horse now. Alright, next is Slider as Warwick.
I'll buy some food, £30 of food for 1 silver.
Are you gonna carry this yourself? Or are you gonna put on the
Um,
saddlebags?
I can carry it all. Wait, is anyone willing to carry half of my food? Obviously, for the whole party.
You do have 2 bags on you. You could carry it yourself,
I can
but you can also put on the
I
I
have
can
a
saddlebags.
carry
I have a
I can
pack
carry
and a
all the
horse.
I can
That would
carry
be
all the
most
food in my
recommended.
saddlebag.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy the food and then let Eden carry it.
Right, we have 30 pounds of food so far for a party of 5, which is pretty good. It's enough for maybe 2 days. Alright.
Did we ever pick out? Oh no, I already have qualified. What am I? I need to write those down. TNT.
Alright. Squeak, you're next.
if anyone, Vardon would like to donate me the money to buy some saddlebags, I would pay you back.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, you're at 77.
So I have saddlebags now.
You do.
Okay.
I'm guessing everybody has horses,
Yeah.
except for me.
And I'm just saying, if possibly I
I
would
don't.
come into possession of a great helm and or great shield, I would be very grateful. You don't have to.
All right, and
Uh,
Vardon, it's your turn. So I want to
um,
let you know, Vardon, it might be a good time to expand your magic spellbook. You've been on multiple adventures. Do you know how many adventures exactly Vardon's been on?
I think 3. I want to say 3. Yeah,
So you have 3
3.
weeks of time to research. So you can basically learn 3 new spells, first level, 5 silver each. They will be
Um,
random unless you have someone to instruct you.
okay. I shoot. I'll try with just one. Okay.
Okay.
How much is a
Yeah.
horse actually? Because I can't really. Yeah, I'll use one, but how much is a horse also?
Okay. We'll do the spell first, and then we'll get to your horse. So then, spell costs one of the weeks in which you were researching, with one random mentor who taught you one random spell. You learned a spell number 4, which is, I think that's light, but let me double check. Or hold portal. I'm gonna confirm. Hold portal. So now you have access to that spell. You can cast it, or you can memorize it to cast. You're at 72 silvers now. You expanded your spell list. Spells are like the weapons for magic users. Let's see. So instead of just sleep, you have disc, or I meant portal, hold portal. Very
I get
valuable
a.
spell. All right. There's also spell scrolls available too if you're interested, which can be used at any level and without memorization. Let's see. All right,
Sorry about that.
and they will be read to you, so you would be able to read them, or someone would tell you how to read it. Of course, you would be able to read it if you purchased it. So, all right. Um, but you want to go with a horse next? What kind of horse? There's a draft horse known as the Rouncy, a riding horse known as the Courser, and the war horse known as the Destrier.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay on horse. I'm thinking about the because we're gonna be on foot anyway, and we already have 3 horses to carry everything. So or 2 horses. So the second level spells. What what's do you
You
guys
want a
recommend?
second level
The rest
spell
of the
scroll?
party. Yeah. What does the rest of the party recommend for a second level spell to bring with us for emergencies?
Is this magic user or cleric?
Magic user.
Knock has a lot of utility. You know, we're always faced with doors and things we have difficulty getting through. Invisibility is always nice for survivability. You can get away. Um, I don't know how Ekin plays Phantasmal Force. Probably he wouldn't allow it to have the kind of full potential I've seen in the basic game before. Um, and web is also useful. It makes a 10 by 10-foot cube of web, which would block a dungeon corridor and prevent enemies from chasing us, for example.
I think I'll take web. I think I'll take web. How much is a web spell scroll?
If you specify which spell you want, it's gonna cost more versus a random spell scroll.
Okay.
So do you want
I'd
to specify it?
rather. I would rather specify. Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna also cost double the price then to specify which one you want. So instead of 10, it's gonna cost 20 silver
And I'm at
per level.
72. You said.
And you
Oh,
want a second level spell, so it's gonna cost 40 silver for a chosen second level spell.
and then double that because it's oh, okay, yeah,
That's
yeah, there
already
we go.
doubled, yeah. So it'd be 40.
Okay. How much is a great helm?
10.
10. Okay, I'll take the second level spell scroll and I'll give a great helm to Squid, and that should
Alright. Which one did you want? You want web?
20, and then web, please. Yes. That's a good for emergency. Sounds good, especially where we're going.
Alright, you just spent 50 silver, so you're at 22.
Then I'll also get a great shield for Squig, and that should be it. We shouldn't have any more money. Just about.
Great
Yeah.
shield is 6. So, we're down to 16.
Okay. I'll keep that. I'll keep that.
And then, Baldric, you're receiving a great shield and a great helm.
Thank you.
Just to confirm something, I don't need to pick out spells, right? I only have the one ability.
Baldric, you already have a shield. Do you want to perhaps give
Yeah.
this
I
shield
will
to someone
sell
else?
my. I will. Does anyone need a shield? No. Okay. Does anyone need a helmet?
I'll
I
take
could
the
use a
helmet.
helmet.
Oh yeah, give it to Pedal.
Give it to who?
Pedalham.
You can just call
I'll
me Fluffy. It's simple.
give my helmet to Pedalham.
Right. And for the shield,
I'll just sell it.
Didn't I buy a shield?
Yeah, I had
You're
a
good.
shield before, but you bought me a great shield.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use a great shield, so
yeah, we're talking about Baldric's extra shield. He just sold it.
yeah. You confirming things. I'm sorry.
Okay.
How much silver does that bring me to?
1.5.
Okay. That's all I have to do.
Alright, gotta go. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with prep. Food was purchased. We have torches, I believe, and we have weapons. So all the basics are purchased. Because we're done with prep time, take a 5-minute break and be ready to play. And get back.
Do we have torches? I'm asking the rest of the party. Do we have torches? Wait, do you have torches?
I have a few, but we probably could get some more. Somebody else could carry.
Yeah, I
I
don't have
could
any
carry
torches, sir.
some. Yeah, we should probably
I don't
grab
think
more
I know.
torches.
Yeah, how many torches do you have, Eden?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, how many torches do you have? I think you're the only one that does.
Yeah, I have 7, but I was gonna leave 3 of them on my horse so that I'm lightly loaded.
If need be, I can carry some because I have nothing in my pack.
You're gonna be up front. I can carry a torch. I can be torch bearer because I only need one hand for my gear. But you're gonna need both because you're gonna have either a pole arm or shield and club.
Well, I was thinking you guys could access my pack, find anything.
Well, since I'm only taking 4 torches into the dungeon and I'm going to be holding one of them, I just think someone else should have some torches and
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
we
to
should
carry.
we should take 5 at least.
We're running double,
So
right? We're running 2 at the same time, or are we running? Yeah, we're running 2 at
yeah,
the same time. What am I talking
yeah, we're
about? Yeah,
running.
We should take at
yeah.
least 8
I'll buy
then.
10. I'll buy 10. I'll buy 10 torches and a tinder before we head out, and then I'll be a torch bearer. Yeah.
Does anyone have a fire starting kit?
Yeah, they just went to tinderbox. That's what he's talking about. Tinderbox.
What about fire supplies?
Like what?
Like wood?
We can find that in the woods.
Yeah, you'll just find it. It's called the woods for a reason.
Oh no, we're going into the woods, not the dungeon.
I mean, we
Well, no,
will
we
eventually.
are. Well, on the way there to the dungeon, we will be.
Oh, okay, so we'll gather it on the way. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I need to ask what's the damage on my weapon.
I'm not
Two
sure.
clubs, one
Mace is a
d6.
D6. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my
Um.
halberd, my poleaxe.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That's
think it's
what
a
I'm gonna
D10
be
or a
using right off
D12.
the bat.
I think it's just like a spear when you stab with it, but when you swing it, it's more like D10 or D12. So a spear is D6.
Well, do I
And
get a strength modifier?
yeah, what's your strength?
He
11.
doesn't. He doesn't
Yeah,
get one.
that's no modifier. You need a
I think
13
So
it's
I
a,
have a.
to get.
So it's if I get 2 or higher, it's +1 for every 2, right?
Yeah,
So I have a +1 in wisdom and a +1 in con, and I have a -1 in dex.
that's right.
So I
oh,
have
do we have a
8
pole?
in dex.
Do we have a 10-foot pole? Eden should, right?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, cool. The
Why
Do
do
we
you
have
pole
guys?
rope?
we don't have freaking rope. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we freaking go.
Does
Good call.
anyone have a grappling hook?
Yeah, grappling hook and rope is what we need. That's what I'll bring with us.
Torches in a bag. Yeah.
Yeah, grapple hook.
Torches,
That's what we
bag,
need.
grappling hook. Does anyone even have a
Look,
whetstone?
Oh, we don't need.
yeah, we don't really need those. I've never seen them say that our weapons get dull unless
Okay.
if we start swinging our weapons at bladed weapons at hinges or something, trying to take down a door. He says it ruins the blade, and I don't think a whetstone's going to help. But
I
other
mean,
than
it
that,
depends on what you're doing, but yeah. If it starts to chip, then whetstone's not gonna help. But if you slice something, it's gonna get dull.
yeah, I think that maybe he. I've never seen him it come into play, but you can ask him about it.
Well, yeah. Um. So just to confirm, I only have one spell, and
Yeah,
that's
you
the
have one of those.
undead.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What spell do
So
I get to choose?
one option we have is in the ruins around the dungeon. He said that if we clear those skeletons out, people will move there, and we can start our adventure right outside the dungeon in the future.
Oh, I like
And
Okay.
it.
since we have a cleric here, and he can turn undead, we could go in there and he could turn like most of the undead, and then we kill the others and collect the skulls and turn them in for bounties. And if we do that a few times, we could clear all those skeletons out, and and then we wouldn't have to travel back and forth to the dungeon.
I like that. I
Could
like
we
that.
do that? It doesn't seem like a bad idea.
I like that. We need to get you a sling then, and then we don't need torches. If we do that, we don't need torches, and then we need to get you a sling, and we don't need
Well,
rope
if
either.
you want to get me a ranged weapon, we should get me a short bow.
For
Well,
for
against
skeleton hunting, sling
skeletons,
is good. Yeah.
yeah, edged weapons do have damage against skeletons. So your mace will actually do better than your polearm versus skeletons, as well as sling will do better than a bow.
Yeah, you're built for skeleton hunting. To be honest, you're a cleric
Well,
with
that's what I'm saying is I'm probably gonna go out there with the weapon at that point because I'm if you're gonna get me a ranged weapon, you should get me a bow.
Well,
It's
if you
okay.
use a bow, you can't use
One-handed.
your shield with it,
Yeah.
but you can use a sling and a shield together.
Yeah.
So
So you don't
that's
have
why I
to
have
like,
a sling, because I'm always
Are there
torch bearing.
crossbows?
huh?
Are there
Yeah, they're
crossbows?
crossbows. They have like they do a D. They also do a D10 damage, but again, it's going to be half against skeletons. And then
Well, could I use that with a shield if it's a small
no,
No,
crossbow?
no,
no,
you
it's a
cannot.
two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
All ranged weapons are two-handed except for slings and javelins and
Yeah.
hand axes, things you can throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slings.
I
These
might go
beasts.
for a throwing weapon.
I'm gonna give you a. If you want a ranged weapon, I'm gonna give you a sling because it's not only the cheapest, but it's also one of the more effective against skeletons anyway. If we're gonna hunt skeletons, if not, if we vote on going to the
I
dungeon,
probably wouldn't
if,
even take it to save it.
okay, okay,
I'm sorry, it's okay.
really, okay.
Alright, so we are
No,
going
I'm
to
not
set out
trying to be
now.
rude.
So
No,
hopefully that was a long enough break for y'all. The party's prepared.
We actually discussed what we needed. Do you guys still want to get those items?
if we're hunting skeletons, let's see the vote. Are we hunting skeletons or dungeon? I'm down for hunting skeletons to start in the village in the future.
It's
How about
up
you,
to you guys.
Baldric?
I'm just
How about you,
coming
Baldric?
along.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm down for dungeon. Last time I bumped into skeletons, it didn't end well.
Yeah. We
Now
didn't
that
have a cleric, or the cleric didn't turn, so
so now we have we have good party members with good gear as well as a pretty good collar. So I think that, and we have cleric this time. So if we do end up going to the dungeon, it'll be pretty good.
Okay, we're voting on dungeon. Okay
Yeah,
then.
very low
Oh,
chance of
All right.
dying.
if
And
we're
given the
in
going
that
to
fact
case we need
that
dungeon, I
torches.
think we should grab more torches and the grappling hook and the rope.
Yep.
and
Okay.
now that my character has literally the best gear in the game, I'll be fine.
Okay. Sounds good. Um, sorry, can I just purchase a grapple hook, rope, and torch and tinderbox? Put it in my sack.
And back.
I have a
Or
sack.
you have a yeah, a
Just have a,
sack's not big enough to carry 10 torches. You need a bag for that.
okay, then a
Well,
bag
I
as
was
well.
gonna carry some for him.
Okay, it's okay. I'll get a backpack. Okay. Can I purchase all of those items? I'm sorry, Ethan.
Yeah, one moment.
You guys want me to be like a loot goblin, or do you guys want me to just be a frontline fighter? Nah.
I want you to be a frontline fighter. I gave you all the gear for it. It'd be
Well,
terrible.
obviously, but like,
Yeah.
pardon me, I should have been more specific. Um, do you want me to be the piggyback when we're moving along? Whenever like combat is ended and we're looting, do you want me to carry stuff other than essential, like
I
stuff
think it'll
for us
be.
to go sell?
You might
I
slow
think
the
I
party
think you.
down, so those who are not carrying as much should be carrying the treasure, right? We're looking to carry
Right.
treasure.
Yeah, exactly.
So if
You're
I have
heavily.
nothing, I'm doing that then.
Yeah, you're a fighter. Well, I mean, you're a cleric, but you're a fighter.
Combatants.
Anyways,
Alright, Vardon, you said you wanted to purchase rope and a hook.
torches and tinder and a bag, if it's
Purchase
possible, with
tinderbox and
16.
a bag. That would not fit in a bag. Rope is already 10 pounds. Torches is 30 pounds. You will need to purchase. You might be able to purchase a bag, because you could hang things on your belt or on the side of the bag, I suppose. Like the hook can hang on your bag on the outside. Maybe the rope too. The contents will be the torches then to keep them dry. Let's see. You also already have a sack on you too, so you can also store some things in there. So yeah, if you purchase a bag, your total capacity is 60 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a bag.
Alright, so bag,
Do I have enough of that?
torches. One second. Let's see. Bag, torches, tinderbox, rope, and a hook. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 6 silver left. Alright, what else were you saying?
I think that's all I need. We're good then. Yeah.
Um, could I do something?
Sure.
How much could I sell my bag for?
Your bag?
Yeah.
You
Wait, did you
sell it.
say I had 2 bags? Yeah.
I think you had 2, which means your capacity is like 80 pounds then.
Is a sack bigger than a no? I mean a pack bigger than my bag.
2 bags is better than 1 pack. But
Could
2
I have
bags
a
is also
bag and a
heavier than
pack?
1 pack. So a bag is 3 pounds, it carries 40 pounds of gear, right? So
Okay.
that's 80 pounds of gear, but it weighs 6 pounds total, versus a pack weighs 5 pounds and carries 60 pounds of gear. So it weighs less, but carries 60 pounds. But the better deal would be, of course, two bags in that case, because you can carry more
Okay.
with
Yeah.
just 1 pound over.
I'll keep just the 2 bags.
Okay. Bags are like satchels, like side carry bags. So
Yeah. Sweet.
What's my carry weight looking like?
pedal ham. Let's see. You want to know how much you can
Just
carry or in your bags?
yeah, yeah.
You don't have a bag, I think. You have a sack. You can carry
Yeah,
20 pounds of
I have
gear.
a leather bag.
Yep, you have a sack. It carries 20 pounds.
Shit. Okay.
Hmm.
I thought I
Alright.
bought a bigger one. I
You
guess
only
we're
could
ready
afford a
then.
sack. It was 1 silver. Okay, then, if prep is over, you've spent the night at the tavern discussing plans on what you are going to do for this adventure. It sounds like you're in agreement with headed toward Castle Ruins of Volta. Is that true?
Yes.
For those who have not
Sound
been there
good to me.
before, this is your first adventure. You just joined the campaign. You're joining a party who has been campaigning from the village of Gevelon into the wilderness south of here. South of Gevelon is considered wilderness. You're on the borderlands right now, and uh, Castle Volta is a castle run they've been exploring for the past year or two. Beneath of which they've discovered a dungeon and have been clearing it ever since. About 2 years ago, Gevelon was suffering uh, from monsters. Monsters were invading the farmlands and terrorizing the people, but adventurers have taken arms and taken the battle to the lair of monsters, which is the ruins, right? They've cleared most of dungeon level 1 but beneath the ruins, and they've began clearing dungeon level 2. But it shouldn't go too deep. It's a local ruin after all, local dungeon, so it should only go up to basic level. So dungeon level 3 would probably be the last level that they'll face. So they're maybe halfway through, right? They're almost done. Making good progress to campaign. If they're trying to continue making progress and getting better, they'll continue the campaign against Volta. But if they want to start somewhere else or do something completely different, they're welcome to do that. It's their choice in the end. But given from what I've heard so far, everyone is in agreement with heading back to the castle ruins, continuing to make progress there. I've heard you guys discussing maybe clearing the ruins. I've heard you guys thinking that you might just go into the dungeon. One thing's for certain, we're traveling to Castle Ruins of Volta. And what is your course of travel this day? After a night of rest, and in the morning after breakfast, packing your gear, leaving the village, was there anything else you guys needed to do or discuss in the village of Gevelon? You guys are this medieval village, a walled village surrounded by wooden palisade, and then after the palisade it's farmlands, and then beyond that it's countryside, and then past that is wilderness, or the rest of the settled lands to the north.
I'd like to inquire at the Mages Guild about rat poison.
Okay, will you do this as a party? You suggest the party goes and gathers information there together, or are you gonna split ways and do this by yourself?
I'll suggest it and see if anyone wants to go.
Today is day 1, so
What did you want
okay.
to do?
Go see. Ask the Mages Guild about rat poison if they know what we could use and how much or where to get it.
We can do that. I don't mind.
Okay. So the party is discussing. Warwick is in agreement. I haven't heard from Petalham, Baldric, and Vardon.
Okay, I'll go with them.
I'm majorly just gonna stay at the inn until we're ready to go.
Okay.
I'll go with them.
So Petalham, the tavern, is free to stay at. The inn will cost money, but the common place, the tavern, you can stay there for free. So you'll wait there for them. That's the usual meeting place for adventurers, after all. Or at least this party meets there quite often. The rest of you make your way out from the tavern, and we'll explore ahead. The village, you're searching, inquiring for. You're looking for scholars to speak with. You know that the village of Gavelon does house. Uh, they do have like a small, uh, I suppose, library that you can visit. Scholars from afar have created the place for research to be conducted in these lands, right? So there are like scholars there. So a library, a school, and a small tower. There's not much, but it's something, right? And the only ones that are usually allowed in are, of course, other scholarly types. When you approach this area of the village, it's a little secluded. It does not. It's out in the or beyond the walls actually of the actual village, and out in the outskirts of town. So in the countryside, you have to visit it. It's in a patch of forested hills, and this area is well hidden. But you follow an old trail from the village, or a rough trail from the village to the I suppose the Magic Users Guild, right? So in this case, it would be a tower, a school, a library, right? So when you approach, of course, eventually you arrive at the trail leads to the gate. There's a surrounding wall, a low stone wall that surrounds the entirety of the small school area, or the area of scholars, right? So this area is not too large. It's roughly maybe 50 foot by 200 feet of wall, rectangular. It's a long stretch of wall that goes. It's kind of like T-shaped. How would you like to enter? There's an old iron gate here, no guards, and the gate is closed.
Ask our caller, Thardon, to go in and inquire about the poison for rats.
Orhan enters into the scholars just directly through the front door, and the first person he sees, the first scholar he sees, he asks, "Who who can I ask about creating alchemical mixtures and whatnot?" Here.
You ask this at the gate. There's no one there,
So
but the gate is
it's
closed.
locked. Oh, the gate is closed. Okay. He calls out. He calls out outside the gate. Yeah. Hello?
This place looks. It's quiet here. You can just hear the birds and the insects, but there's no one out beyond the courtyard. You see the various buildings. Beyond the gate, you'll see like there's a long building, and past it is a tower. There are more buildings here. Off to the north and south. But the school's on the western side of the village.
Okay.
It'd be like closer to the southwest.
Is this gate locked?
You haven't tried it yet.
Okay, could I attempt to open gate, please?
There is a keyhole. You try to open it, and you try to pull it open, and it's stuck. It's either stuck or locked. The gate shakes as you pull.
I can attempt to lockpick on this. Any opposing?
No.
No. Okay. Could I attempt to lockpick the gate?
Alright. Halfway during your attempt, eventually one medium comes out from one of the buildings to see what you're doing. And it's concerned immediately. Let's see how they react. -1. You look hostile. You're trying to pick your way in. Okay. Let's say I'm confused, uncertain the sight of this. You guys are not armed or carrying weapons, drawn or yelling or anything. You're just picking the lock, or like one of you are, while the rest of you stand around. He's kind of just confused, right? It's a road man calls out to you from a distance. Excuse me. What exactly are you doing there? He's walking over in a hurry. What is the
hello
meaning of
there.
this?
I'm sorry, I did not mean to intrude. My leader was just wondering if he could talk to you and inquire about some information.
Very well. What would you like to know?
Varden, would you like to talk to a medium?
Sure. We were hoping to find if someone who had knowledge about creating chemical mixtures, for example, poisons and whatnot. Rat's poison, I guess, specifically.
Right, poison. Hmm.
Yes, rat poison.
We do have a laboratory here.
Do you perchance sell any of your creations, any of your potions or experiments?
Shakes his head. Nope.
Do you give us? Can is the public able to learn how to? Do you guys create poisons here at all?
Poisons are illegal, for one thing.
Even for rats, rat poisons, for example.
Unless handled by the law. We serve the Lord's land. We are his subjects, his scholars, alchemists, seers, and such. We offer services to the Lord and his allies.
Well,
But we do not
we
sell
hoped.
such services to any of the common folk of the village, of course. That would be unlawful.
What if it serves the Lord in the end? What if we hope to rid the area of hostile monsters? For example, coming from Castle Zivalta.
Uh, are you perhaps contracted by the Lord? If you have his permission, then maybe we might be able to sell you or offer some kind of service to you.
We should talk to the Lord.
Are you in need of
Is
an
it?
alchemist? We'll have an alchemist, but you'll need permission if we are to sell it. If you wish to employ an alchemist here of the village to perhaps create a poison for you, it is costly, but you will need permission first. Some kind of
Ask
proof
him
that the
how we
Lord
can
is.
contact the Lord.
Go ahead, ask him. Go ahead, ask him. Yeah.
Yeah, pardon me, sir. Do you know how we might contact the Lord and see if he would be willing to contract us to perform this service?
The Lord of the village.
Correct.
Well, if you're not strangers, I suppose you can visit the manor and schedule a meeting with the Lord of Givelon. You can request to meet with him, an audience. Though it might be a long waiting list. He meets with only a few of the common folk per day. He's quite a busy man, naturally, taking care of the
Thank you
construction
for
of
that.
his settlement and payments and such.
Yes,
But
thank you for that information.
you can also get permission from the sheriff as well. If the sheriff of the village is willing to perhaps support your means to purchase poison, or if he's willing to back you up, then we'll offer you the alchemist's services. I will tell you though, the alchemist's services are not cheap. So unless you have the money to spend, I suppose you might have to look to more practical means of destroying the rats that you might have in your cellars or whatnot. I suppose you could employ adventurers to go and hunt rats for you as well, or any rat catchers if you've got them in your house.
All right. Thank you for your time.
The medium nods and bids you a good day, and he does actually offer to tell you the prices that the alchemist offers. If you wish to employ the alchemist, it'll be 200 silver pieces a month.
Okay. All right.
From there, he can begin brewing you whatever potions you might need.
I guess we can go see the sheriff if we want afterwards. But thank you again for your time. All
Of
right.
course, of course.
Um.
Have a good day.
All right. When yeah. After that, Varden turns to the rest of the party, and then he's like looks at them. It's like 200 silvers. Kidding me.
That's awfully expensive for an alchemist. A month of his
Yeah.
workload is a lot.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, I'm in favour of just heading straight to the dungeon, no longer inquiring about rat poison.
Well, the issue
I
in the
mean,
first level of the dungeon is the only thing left on the first level that we need to clear is a rat's lair, and the tunnels leading into it are too small for us to go in. I mean, there's a pool now. We could probably swim through that and see if we can get in there that way, but I guarantee you we'll get disease.
Well, I mean, we could. I know there was a suggestion of trying to empty out that pool. Do we have any pots and stuff like that, or a barrel maybe?
oh, there's pots in the dungeon that we can kind of get ourselves.
Those are all
Um,
broken.
Some
How
are not.
much
Some
would
are
a
not.
bucket cost? Like an old pail?
Let's just. I don't know. Even if we could, we can't afford the alchemist's service as is. And
um,
I, yeah.
yeah, I
That's
agree.
why yeah, that's why I suggested going after the skeletons and clearing that place out because their skulls are worth 10 silver apiece, and
I think
that
we
would put
should do
pretty
that.
close.
I think
Um,
that's like the only option is to get the skulls.
yeah, okay, I'm down for the skeletons now. I
All
think
right.
the dungeon without rat poison, we're gonna just go in circles down there. So
We've we've hit the second level though. The first level is easy to get past. We've hit the
But
second level.
is do we know what's in the second level and do we know if we can take it?
Okay. Vardon
Last
produces a
time
map.
we last
Vardon
time we
produces a
encountered
map.
last time we went down there, we encountered living statues, and they cannot be harmed by anything but magical weapons. So we're sort of at an impasse there until someone has the protection from evil spell, and even then, that will only protect them from those statues.
So what I'm
Okay.
hearing is we need to enchant our weapons. Can we find out? Well, I'm not with you guys, but I would suggest to find out how much it would cost to enchant a weapon.
Okay, so here Vardon produces a map and then he points to this room on the bottom left. So check my screen.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, do you see where I'm drawing the arrow, guys? Yeah. How about this area on the first level? He looks to Eden. Can we move in this area over here on the bottom left? Because you said we can't go second floor, right? Because these statues came to life.
Both stairs lead down to the same area, and the statues there.
Oh man. So even that left thing past the ballroom is not accessible. Is what
It
you're
goes
saying?
down to it goes down. Yeah, it goes down the second level, and the statues there. We could go down those stairs and turn right, and there's a pool of silvery liquid, and I don't know if we can go past that pool or if it's a dead end.
Or like it's
So
like
I'm
this.
still at the inn, right?
Yeah, you're split from the party, so you're not gonna discuss. Forgot to mention. Unless, did you want to go with them?
um, give it.
I mean,
We
everyone.
haven't left yet,
You've
have
already
we?
spoken, so we'll say you went with them. You changed your mind and went with them. Since you
Yeah,
spoke.
let's just say that I caught up to you guys after being bored. Is that cool?
That's
That's
fine.
cool.
Sure.
That means you don't get your own turn at the tavern though. So
Dang it.
Or what?
So you're confident, Eden, that it's like pretty much impassable as is. We can't deal with the statues, and there's nothing really on the first level that's worth looting, is what you're arguing, right? What
Yeah,
about this?
if we clear out the first level, then we can fast travel it and get to the second level very quickly. But once we get to the second level, we have this impasse of the crystal statue.
What about this door on the bottom? How about this locked keyhole door? Can we get through here?
Yeah, we could try that. There was a gas trap there before that we disarmed, but it may have been replenished. I don't know. We can try and deal with that.
Okay, so
We know
all
what
of
to
you
do.
all of you guys are putting your lives on the line and your time. So the dungeon or the surrounding area? What's everyone's votes? Pendleham.
Founding.
Dungeon? Okay. Eden.
I said
I'd
surrounding.
like to. Yeah, I'd like to clear out the skeletons if we can. I think that would be very helpful. We wouldn't have to do wilderness travel. That's so dangerous. We could encounter a dragon or something like that. And I always run away from wilderness encounters if I can because they're just so. They're so deadly.
All right. Warwick. dungeon or the hamlet outside of the dungeon.
How many votes do we have right now for each option?
Okay. All right. So that's enough. That's yeah. Okay. I guess we're going to the hamlet then. Let's just hit it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Points of travel.
I think we're ready to go. We're ready to head out unless anyone wants to do anything.
Am I with the group right now then?
Yes.
Yeah, he's asking where you want to travel. So basically, we just need to go south along the river.
Yeah.
Either east or west. Specify.
Yeah. Let's head south along the river. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. What was it? What's the better side? Eden? I forgot.
At this point, I don't think it matters. There was a tributary on the west side that would be difficult to cross without a horse, but I think it's gone now.
All right. So it's the middle or it's the end of May, and you're maybe about halfway out. So you're about 6 miles along the river, half the day's march. And it's about lunchtime when the weather begins to change from a normal spring day to a wet and stormy spring day. And it begins to get really foggy out here too, to the point where you can barely see up ahead. The river flows rapidly, and it's heavy rain as well. To march out in this condition, it's gonna be rough, right? But unfortunately, we had 3 bad rolls here. So you're half the way there. You're having lunch at this moment, and in the middle of lunch, pretty much is when this happens. So lunchtime is about an hour break where your characters will rest and eat lunch and do whatever they need before they march on the rest of the way there, right? In an 8-hour work day. So your lunch break is interrupted.
Yes. I suggest we turn back because bad weather has TPK'd a party before.
It's bad weather right now. It would be half day's march back to Gevelon to get back home, and you can dry up there right after.
Which direction is the weather coming in from?
The south. The coast. Closest to the south.
So the direction we're going?
You said it's just a fog?
Heavy fog,
rainstorm.
Well. So heavy fog makes navigation difficult. Rainstorm means you can get sick from weather. And that's about all you're noticing right now.
We're only halfway there.
You're halfway there indeed. And it's about 12 in the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Do we know of any buildings nearby?
No. We'd have to go 6 more miles to get to shelter. And we'd be traveling into the storm. So I suggest we turn back.
For us, it's
safe bet would be to turn back, recover there, and then try again the next day.
Yeah, we can turn back. Wait for the next day.
Or you can risk it, stay out here for some reason, stay wet, no fire, no shelter. Up to you.
Yeah, let's just go back.
I'll follow where you guys say.
Back and forth.
Or you can press on, right? It's your choice. The majority of you are voting to go back, and Collar's about to make a call. It sounds like he's gonna lead your party back to Gevelon. Any objections? Anyone want to speak up now, or forever hold your peace? Okay, we're going back. Your party's being pursued by something in the rain as you're marching back on foot. Let's see, we got 7 and 6. Maybe we can avoid it. Forested Hills. As you're marching upstream, something approaches from something approaches from the northeast. So on your way back, actually, something is up ahead on your trail. Approach from the northeast. You're going or northwest. Yeah, 7's northwest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Northwest. You're going northwest right now, so it's back the way you're coming from. So as you're going northwest, northwest, something is flying in from the northwest.
Cover quickly.
You guys take cover. By the time
Yeah,
you see it, because it's raining, both sides I'm gonna say are surprised. So like they don't really notice you. You don't really notice until the distance of 20 yards. So at 60 feet upstream, you see a swarm of creatures like dropping in and out of the forest or into the river, right? Struggling to fly. But there's these 1 foot long insects that are flying along the river, or yeah, flying tree to tree, buzzing about and try to stay dry, pretty much. So that's 60 feet. You start to cover and you're observing them. You see, like some of them will try to take off and fly away, but those who take off just kind of fall back to the ground and like climb back onto a tree pretty quickly, or jump back onto a tree. So they're too wet to fly away from this position.
How many of them are there?
Let's see. From 60 feet, this is pretty close actually. At 60 feet, you can identify the most of them. Right now, there's a lot of trees in the way, so I'm gonna say you can only identify maybe a portion of them, just their southern flank.
And they're moving directly towards us, right? They're moving directly towards us.
They're trying to, but they're having a hard time.
Okay.
Whether
Vardon's
they're
gonna
going for you or
start
not, it looks like they're going in the direction that you're coming from. So.
Vardon's gonna cast. Yeah, Vardon's gonna start casting sleep. You're gonna see him start doing the incantations.
Right now you see 2 of them, but you can kind of see more of them. Do you want to wait till you see more?
Yeah, he's gonna hold his action until they get close, and you can see him. He's about to cast sleep, so it's up to you guys how you guys want to defend against this.
So you're all crouched low behind the tree line or in the thickets together.
Yeah.
Is it still night time right now?
At the position of 30 feet, you see about 3 of them, and further past them, at 40 feet you see another 2. At 50 feet you see another 2, and at 60 feet you see another 1.
What is this we're seeing? What creature? Again?
They look like these giant bees. They're a foot long.
Oh god. Oh god. I fucked with some giant insects before, boys, and it didn't end well.
Struggling to get tree to tree.
So, are we gonna fight, guys, or are we gonna run? We need to make a decision now.
Run into the woods. Fuck it. Yeah, run into the woods.
Okay, run.
Yeah. What I was just about to say. If they're hovering over water, they're probably like dragonflies, and they have to have water.
There's too many. I thought there was only like 5 or so, and they were clumped. They're not. There's too many. Yeah.
I think that they're too far into the woods, and we should probably just run along the riverside and get past them. They're having trouble flying, so I think we can outrun them.
Can I do a perception check to see if they are just over the water or if they're in the woods?
It's gonna take too long. Okay.
They're flying tree to tree, so they're in the woods too.
Okay, so we have to fight.
No, we need to run. Come on, we can get
We're
past
gonna
them.
run through them. We're gonna run through them.
Yeah,
15 feet
we don't even
up ahead,
we don't even know.
struggling to get through the
How
trees.
far.
Okay, I can I move
They're right in
silently
front
and
of you right
hide
now.
behind
Do
the
you want to
tree?
take aim and shoot? They're right in front of you, and
Oh,
you're closing in.
can I
Okay.
can I move
Vardon cast
silently and
sleep.
hide in the tree?
You're
Vardon
Take
discussing.
aim.
cast
What's your
sleep.
action? Are we taking
Vardon
action at this
cast.
point?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
you
I'll
still
taking
take
listening?
action.
Yeah,
sleep.
Vardon cast sleep.
Varnon cast sleep. Alright, so as Varnon's
Yeah.
beginning to cast sleep on all of them that he can see,
Yeah.
Baldric, what would you like to do?
I open fire with my bow.
You start open fire at the closest or the furthest? You see two about 15 feet ahead. You see another two about 25 feet ahead. You see another two about 35 feet ahead. Another one about 45 feet ahead. Another 55. Right now with the tree line, you can see about 60 feet upstream. That's what I rolled for encounter distance. So that's how far you can see upstream. And then after that, the trees block off any kind of vision beyond that. You can see a total of about 8 of them out here with you. You take aim at the closest, I suppose, right?
Mhm.
Alright. As you're prepared to open fire, Warwick, what is your action?
Could I hide behind my closest tree and
Warwick,
take cover?
you gotta decide.
Alright, Warwick is. Yeah, he's taking action. He's taking cover. He's doing a hide in shadows, perhaps. Let's see. Eden, your action?
I'm going to pull back a little bit and observe the effect of the sleep spell.
Alright. And Pedal Hand, you want to hold the line or you want to charge or what's your action?
What was everyone else doing?
If you're
We're all
listening or paying
half of
attention, you
us
could
are
hear.
fighting, half of us are hiding.
If
You're
anyone explains it to him, you're
50-50.
going to lose your action. So he's got to pay attention.
I'm gonna
You got to teach
check
him.
out my spear, halberdini, and try and cut some of them up.
You're going to move in? Alright, he's closing the distance with this pole arm. Okay, so some of you can't explain it, but it will cost your action. You'll drop the action you stated, and you'll take a different one. But you probably won't finish either of them. Okay, so action is declared. The round begins, and we start the round. Combat was engaged as soon as someone opened fire. Uh, it takes. Did you fire while he was casting? And if you did that, the arrow is faster than the spell. So combat was initiated by those who decided to open fire. And that was Baldric. The monsters were just struggling to get through the trees. You open fire on them. They're roughly about 30 feet up in the trees, but their position, um, distance-wise, not height-wise, would be about 15 feet. So they're 15 feet north of you and 30 feet above you. So in the trees, and you take aim and you fire upon their ranks, and let's see if you hit or not. They're high in the trees. They're struggling to stay up in the trees. But it was Baldric who opened fire on the enemy. Scoring a 10 with a +1, but -1 for the fog. So it's just a 10 with your dex.
My dex. No change.
Okay, you missed. And you have you have shown hostility. As soon as you
Okay, what is
fire, they immediately start swarming down on your party's
what about
position.
my second action?
You can fire at twice the rate. That's right. Here's your second attack.
Yeah.
You lose 2 arrows. Make sure you're tracking.
Okay.
Second attack also missed. So you fire at double the rate. You start opening fire. You miss twice. And they start flying down on your position near the front. One of you are stepping out of line to close the distance between your party and them. That would be the brave cleric. But before all that could happen, the spell was casted. If you've got background sound, please mute yourself. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So, one of you cast sleep. It was Vardon the medium, right? You were able to observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them from where you stood, and you cast your spell on them. What's your intelligence?
17.
17?
Yeah.
You'll get a +2 bonus to your roll. 4 plus 7 is 11. Plus 2 is 13. They will get a saving throw versus sleep. It's a saving throw versus spells. They need a 16 or higher. Pass, fail, 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 pass, fail, fail, pass. 3 pass, 1 fail, or the rest fail out of the 8. Suddenly, 5 of 8 crash to the floor, the forest floor, um, and the other the other 3 that did not fall asleep came down from the trees, movement to attack, and swarmed the frontliners. So this is going to be 2 against Petalham, who charged with polearm, about to stab at them with his polearm. So you have first strike still as they close in. You have reach, and they have their slingers. And then of course, then there's Baldric, who opened fire. The closest one that he fired at flew down toward him. The closest 2 that he fired at, one of them did not fall asleep and flies down on his position. The one that flies down to Baldric, as soon as you let off your shot, that one flew in on you. And as it was flying toward you, I'll allow you to draw a melee weapon if you want to defend yourself.
Yep, my Morning Star and shield.
As soon as you saw it closing that distance, dropping that bow while it's about to attack you, you're pulling out that Morningstar and the shield. So that's gonna
Yep.
take 2 or 1 extra round to do, right? So you're giving it more time to kill you. So you're grabbing that Morningstar, you're unslinging that shield, and as you're doing that, it's trying to sting you to death. The first attack is a 5. That was when you got your Morningstar out, and then when you were unslinging your shield, it attacked you again for 6, and you were not attacked at least once. There's just one swarming you. As you're being swarmed, others around you can help. But before they could help, I'm gonna check how. We're gonna see how Petalham did by himself. Petalham charged the enemy with polearm in hand, and when 2 of them flew down onto his position, and he was about to engage in a melee, there'd be movement to melee, and then of course then missiles can also happen. But we're gonna see how that goes first. So he moved in as others flew on him. He got that first attack in. He is a cleric. It's 1 attack per round. Scored an 11 with a 0 bonus, -1 for fog. Missed. And then 2 of them closed the distance on him and attack him. 20 and 18. Both hit. And one deals 1 damage to him, lodges a stinger in him, makes a saving throw versus poison. Nat 1. And with the first stinger going into him, it goes right through his gut. It lands on him, stabs through his gut. Stinger's pulled out of the guts of the killer bee, and it's stuck in his side, right? Stuck in his gut. And with that, there's an instant shock of pain in you. You collapse on your knees, and it just like melts your insides, right? You collapse and like blood bursts or spurts from your wound, and poison, shoots into your system, and you just crash to the ground dead, foaming at the mouth. The other bee that landed on you did not sting you naturally. It would land on you, and then it would actually, they both try to hit you. So I would say both of them kill themselves on your characters. At least your death was not in exact vein, right? You at least got 2 kills before you died. Alright.
Wait, did my character just die?
Yep.
Huh?
2
That
bees land
might
on
be
you as you
actually
charge.
good timing.
Petalham, you thrust your halberd at them, and then you crash to the ground dead. Let's see.
That's
soon as they land
actually
and
good
sting you.
timing. I have to go.
Alright, cool. All good. Thanks for
So
playing as long as
I'll
you
see you
did.
guys. Yeah. Is it next week or is it next
Next
month?
weekend.
Alright, I'll see you guys next week.
Have a good one,
Alright,
man.
sounds
Good
good.
plan.
Okay, Petalham falls dead, and 2 of the bees are killed with that, out of the 3 that are still conscious. And 1 is trying to kill our fighter at Baldric. Did anyone want to help him out?
Could I take action? And I want to run. Well, I want to silently sneak out of my hiding place behind the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And could I attempt to do a backstab on the
Yeah,
one
on the one that was swinging onto
approaching
Baldric.
Baldric?
So, in
Yeah.
the middle of all the chaos with Baldric, okay, so as Warwick is going up to help Baldric, did anyone else want to take an action?
I was
Part
gonna
on
ride in with I was gonna ride in on my horse and attack that bee with my spear.
Okay, so you're on horseback, you rode off a short distance away, and then you're gonna ride back in and attack which one?
The one on Baldric.
All right. It is a
He's the only
small
one left,
creature.
right?
It is a small creature though. So and you're on horseback.
Am I still on horseback or have I dismounted?
Oh,
So it's still flying around him. You're trying to thrust at it.
um,
You're mounted actually, Beldrick as well. So
Okay,
there you
yeah.
go.
for that sneak attack, could I use my short sword, please?
All right. Yeah, you could use your short sword. You can use any weapon to do a backstab.
Wait, yeah, I'll do the short sword.
All right. So you backstab with the short sword. Um. So by the time you get there, you moved in, you attacked, and the monster already had one or two attacks on Beldrick before you actually close that distance and get your own attack in there. The horse is being ridden up to Beldrick's position too as it flies around him trying to get a good landing so it can stab him with its stinger. The thief nearest misses with his backstab with +4 bonus. 2 +4 missed. The horse, the rider comes in from behind and does a backstab as well, but it's a partial because the creature is pretty aware of her position. It's flying around, and she comes in from another. Yeah, she's. Or it was mostly focused on Beldrick. We'll count as a backstab too. So she rides on in, right? As the two of you ride up or move in from different positions to flank. Both of you somehow still miss. 4 plus 4 is 8. So you guys come out from different directions. There's a bee there, and you surprise this creature. You start thrusting at it from various directions, and it just kind of flies around in circles, trying to find a new target. Right. This time it goes for the squishiest among you, and that's going to be Warwick. Let's see. As that's happening, Baldric, you're about to get your first attack against it as it's attacking Warwick. And then Vardon, what's your next action?
I wanted to draw my spear.
Okay. You want to move into attack?
I wanted to poke it from range if possible. Yeah.
That's fine. From a distance, yeah. So from 7 feet, you stab at it with your spear. And then Eden, of course, you're up there with your horse, trying to get a stab in as it flies toward Warwick. Warwick, you prepare to defend yourself with your short sword and dagger. Do you have a dagger?
Wait, sorry, you can. I no longer. I sold that dagger.
Okay, just a short sword then.
Yeah.
And then Baldric, you're using your spear and shield,
Morningstar.
right? Or Morningstar. Okay, so you're running after it, trying to
Yeah,
get
I don't have
a swing.
I don't have a spear.
So you can't reach it, so you have to move it after it then. So
Okay.
move and attack.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and.
Okay, so the first fight is between it and Warwick then. So as soon as you got your gear out and it's above you, it flies down toward Warwick and you step forward after it. Warwick gets ready to defend himself, flies in for Warwick. It's the closest melee. We'll start with that, and then further melee, of course. Let's see. So they're coming into contact. Warwick, you have a short sword. It has a stinger. Both are small weapons. So we're gonna roll initiative. This can mean the difference between your life and its. All right. My bloody dice are for the monsters. My shiny dice are for the party.
What do I need to roll for something good?
You need to roll high.
Okay.
You're rolling initiative right now.
Right.
1d6. All right. Here we go. 2 and 1. Your party wins. So.
Nice.
As it flies toward you, you ready yourself with your short sword, and it's about to crash into you. You thrust the blade faster than it can stab. Oh, it's turning red. That's weird. All right. And here's your attack roll. 4. Okay, you missed.
Fuck.
So you just missed as it flies toward you, but the rider is a bit quicker. She rides in on horseback with the spear again, thrusts her spear into it a second time. From behind. Do you want to take the +4 bonus to hit?
Sure.
Alright, you managed to just hit it then. What's your strength? You have
It's
a minus
11.
1 penalty from the fog, so we're at 11 right now. Alright, actually you missed. Okay, you almost had it. And at that point the monster had moved in and made its own attack against you. Nat 20. Dealing 3 damage. How many hit points do you have?
Is it on me?
Yes.
Oh shit, I got 2.
Alright, you're at 0. You're gonna make a saving throw versus death again. This is the end of work. You moved into melee at the wrong time, it looks like. And fails the saving throw. So before the poison can even kill him, the stinger kills him, right? So it lands on him. It's like a massive winged bug, 1 foot long, right? Clinging to his face. As he's trying to stab his blade into it, it drives its stinger through his mouth and to the back of his head, right? And he's killed that way instead of the poison. He falls on his knees. As you all move in to try to kill it, it's already dead by the time it stabs him. It kills itself on its face.
Warwick just got lobotomized.
RIP.
I'm gonna ride around and skewer the sleeping bees on my spear. I have a skewer full of bees.
Alright. Well, on horseback, you can't really reach them too well. So you have to dismount and start stabbing them while they're asleep.
Oh, fine, whatever. Okay.
The struggle is real. But, yeah, if you don't dismount, then of course you're like tapping them. You might just wake them up instead of killing them. So, you
Alright,
dismount
well, I guess
to
I'll do
ensure.
the smart thing.
Yeah. The rest of you will do the same. You all can move in and start crushing them beneath your feet or stabbing them, whatever you choose to do. If you don't want to get bug
Don't
juice on your
destroy
feet.
them. They might be worth money. We need to collect them.
So how would you like to kill them? Because these things are only a foot long, they're pretty fragile, and there are certain parts that are more valuable than other parts. If you squash them, you might ruin the valuable part, right? The part that's actually valuable.
Yeah. I'm gonna stab mine through the middle of the back, and that way, hopefully, the stinger and the poison are preserved.
Right.
Bee skewer.
So the rest of you, does anyone else want to help finish off the remaining bees?
Sure. Yeah.
And how would you do it? Do you want to just step on it? Describe to me how you do it.
I'm just gonna stab through like their back or chest to
Okay.
preserve the stinger as well. Yeah.
Cool. Some adventurers are idiots, right, and will crush everything. So, and then you would have no value out of it. But let's see. The 2 that do go around killing them are pretty smart, and they preserve the stinger. Okay.
Fuck, man.
We loot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out of the 3 that killed themselves. Those ones are of no value, and they're unsafe to touch. Naturally, you can see in like a very dangerous poison that could kill you instantly, right? Like dissolves flesh potentially, right? Or organs and destroys your organs. It's poison so deadly it can kill you instantly, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ride around with a big beef kebab on my spear.
Guys, no, I'm gonna get off now. But yeah, it was good playing.
Alright, thank you
Yeah,
for playing.
I'm
Unfortunately,
emotional
Flanner,
about the
you
death.
lost another character. You've been
Yeah,
pretty brave these past weeks and hardworking. You haven't given up yet, so I appreciate it. Thank you for showing
Yeah,
up for another game.
I'll be back on.
I hope
Au
to see you next
revoir.
weekend.
it happens, man.
See you guys.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
I'll bring your body back. You can get your gear.
Yeah, we'll get your body. Don't worry.
Once you get something
Appreciate
out of
it.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, guys.
You too.
See
Good
ya.
night.
Me too.
See ya.
2 casualties tonight. Might
Yeah.
a little bit of reckless decisions that could have gone more smooth, of course, more smoothly, but it's alright. It happens.
Can I go ahead and loot the new guy? What was his name?
Yep.
Fluffy, Fluffer, something like that.
Yeah, Puppy. Him.
Alright, it's still storming out here. So as long as you're out here, we're gonna call for these disease check soon, right? So
Yeah. I'm gonna loot pedal him.
it just started to rain, it started to storm, right? You haven't been out here too long. But instead of 1 disease check, if we stay here any longer to loot, right, we're gonna get 2 disease checks. Okay.
Well, I gotta sling the bodies over my horse, and I'll lead the horse back on foot.
Yeah.
Before you
let's
can
do
sling the
that.
bodies, the character Baldric begins to loot them. As you're slinging one body onto a horse. Baldric, which one do you want to loot? You said Pedalham?
Yeah, I'm gonna loot pedal him.
Alright. Where are you gonna put this loot on the horse, or you gonna carry it?
Yeah,
All this armor?
I'll sling it on the back of my horse.
Yeah, just grab the body and loot it when we
Yeah.
get to town.
Yeah, I'll grab Pedalim's body.
That would be smart. Okay. You just pick him up and throw him onto your horse, and any weapons he was holding, you can throw onto your horse as well,
Yeah,
or
I'll do
sling
that.
it onto the saddlebags.
Mm.
Strap it. Yeah. So he had a pole arm on the floor if you want to keep that.
Yeah, I will. I'll take everything from him.
Okay, you
Someone
you
else has to grab. Um.
you're the casualty.
Yeah.
Warwick.
Someone else has to grab Warwick.
So Eden, you load
Yeah.
Warwick onto your horse, and then the other horse you load Pedalham. All right. Short-lived. Let's see. Okay. Shall we head back to town, or do you guys want to press on?
Town.
Okay.
Let's go.
Quite unfortunate. Bad dice rolls for a wilderness encounter. And then lost 2 members off the bat. Could have been avoided as usual, but
Yeah, if we just ridden through, I think we could have avoided it.
Run through them.
Well, I mean, we could have quickly gone along the water line, and they couldn't really fly. So I think we would have outrun them very quickly.
they also weren't showing hostility, right? They were just approaching, moving along the river.
Yeah,
so.
he hadn't rolled a reaction check, but we provoked hostility, so you know.
Oh, that was my bad. I thought they were hostile towards us.
There were multiple instances that showed that they were not hostile, and then you were like standing right in front of them, 15 feet away. They did not get any closer. They were just moving past you, and you opened fire on them, of course. So
My bad, bro. I'm sorry, y'all.
It was my bad. I wanted to cast sleep.
okay.
When I was freaking caller, I guess.
I mean, if you cast sleep before you shot the arrow, that might have not triggered them as badly as shooting an arrow. So, right, randomly, 7 of them, 5 of them drop, no arrows fired. The other ones have no idea what happened, right? They just see 5 of their boys fall to the ground. Looks like maybe the rain took them down or something. But opening fire from your position, they can clearly see an arrow launched from your party, right? So that would aggro them. And then we lost 2 people from that.
Yeah.
Alright, back to Gavilan it is. On the way back, you do march on through the rain. You do have clothes on, so we're not gonna say it's an automatic disease. You get a saving throw from against disease first. Alright, so we're gonna say that there's a 1 in 20 chance that you don't have to make a disease check at all. And then if you do have to make a disease check, you're gonna get a saving throw versus disease. So on a 1, you're fine. Like you don't have to roll a saving throw at all. Just got very lucky. Alright. Now we gotta get our saving throws. Eden's first. So 13 is your saving throw against disease. You're good. No disease. Baldric,
Don't have to fudge it yet.
disease, and Vardon, diseased. The 2 of you got diseases.
Man.
On a 1, it's a fever. On a 3, 4, or 2, it's the common cold. Alright, it's a cold for Baldric. It's a cold for Vardon, which you guys can heal naturally from over a week or overnight if you have medicine. So, alright, you get back to Gavilan. Let's end the adventure then, I suppose. We suffered half the party being casualties, so we're not sizable. We'll just loot them and then call it a night, I guess, unfortunately. Alright, so to loot Petalham, you guys will get to choose. Do you want to discuss what you want to loot first, or do you guys want to just pick one thing at a time? Like take turns looting these guys? How do you guys
I
want to
just
do it?
want his mail and his pole
Because you
arm.
got to
That's
keep in
all I
mind,
want.
all his gear was purchased by Vardon, so it's kind of disrespectful, like looting something that
Oh yeah,
Vardon
true.
just purchased. So that's why
Vardon, you
I'm giving
can.
you guys a chance to maybe discuss what you want to loot or who it should go to, right? Vardon might want to keep this so he can give it to his next retainer or something.
If he's returning, maybe we should let Vardon hold the gear to give back to him, or to give back to somebody else from his house or something.
No, you take it. You stood your
It's your
ground,
hard
Baldric.
work though, Vardon.
Yeah.
That you spent all that money on, all those hours.
Yeah,
Silver is not easy to come by, and that gear, it's expensive. So
Yeah.
you just
No,
gotta
that's
toss it away.
But Baldric stood his ground. He
He
stood
did.
his ground.
He's a pretty brave
Yeah,
fighter.
so he deserves the pole arm and mail to become a
I don't
freaking
know why
strong.
he needs more mail unless it's just to sell it. That's all he's gonna do with it. He already
No,
sold.
I'm gonna have it. I had to sell the mail to buy a horse. I have plate
Uh,
armor, and I will just wear the mail under the plate armor.
Is it
is that
possible?
something you
Is
do?
that too
Ethan?
much?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Become a freaking Iron Man.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
You're heavy
Yeah.
though, because mail is 20 pounds and plate is
I
40
was I
pounds,
was
60
already
pounds.
I was
Yeah,
already
you're a
heavy.
heavy footman if you're on foot. You
Yeah,
got a great
that's why I
helm and
don't.
a great shield. That's 40
Oh
pounds
yeah,
of
no, I'm
gear.
a
So you're
I'm a
already
tank.
armor alone makes you weigh 100 pounds.
Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty
already
beefy.
More than
heavy.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll. Can I grab his mail and pole arm? That's all I want.
Pole arm as well. Okay.
Mm.
I'll take his helmet and I guess his mace.
All right, let me track this real quick. So mail and pole arm. Subtract it from what's the name? Petalham and add it to Daldric. Okay.
By chance, did he have any silver on him?
Nope.
Okay.
And
Well, I mean
Ekin,
that's.
I'm gonna store my torches on my horse, so you
Okay,
might
good to go.
heavily look.
Um, yeah, just remind me next adventure if I forget. Let's see.
Okay.
That's easily done. All right. Uh, so Baldric, you're good, and then let's see. Warwick, you decided to take the helmet and the mace.
Or yeah, Vardon took the helmet and the
Oh
mace.
yeah, sorry, Varnon's taking that.
I'm gonna head off then.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
Hey man.
Thanks.
We need to
Thanks,
sell
Vardon.
those bees. We need to sell the bees and distribute the money.
Oh, true, 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 true,
Yes, you
true,
might want to stay
true,
on
true,
for a little longer.
true.
We haven't ended the
I
session yet.
will indeed
We're
stay there.
still looting. So it ended for those who died, but it's not actually ended for you two or
Yeah,
you three yet.
yeah.
So if you need to leave
Maybe we
early, that's
should.
fine, but you might be cut from the loot.
No,
Let's
no, it's
see.
fine. Maybe we should hold a funeral or something for them.
Yeah, we'll return Warwick's body to his house and all his gear.
He has a home?
No, but he has family members, so that probably
Oh.
are serfs to the village, right? Or like living out here. And then
Oh.
But
in that
let's do
case, you
that
can get an
after we
heir.
settle up. Yeah, we'll see what these bees are worth, and maybe we'll give them some coin while we do that.
So the thing is, if
Okay.
you deliver the body of Warwick to a family member of his, they can deliver it to an heir. And that heir can inherit all the gear he had, so he doesn't have to start from rock bottom, right? So
Oh shoot.
his next character
Yeah.
can start with the gear that he died with, if you guys deliver it.
Yeah, if he makes the same race or class or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just give Warwick stuff.
Okay. Um. So we don't want to loot Warwick. You guys want to just carry all his gear to a family member who can bring it to his beneficiary, his heir,
That's
and that person
correct.
will
Yeah,
inherit
but
his place.
but let's sell the bees first, so we can see if we want to give him a share, if there's enough to share.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, you can give him a share of the bees since he did fight against them. Let's see.
Just a suggestion. Our caller can make the call.
Yeah. You all can come into an agreement. Was there anything else we wanted to loot from Petalham? We got a mason helmet that was thrown to Vardon. Did you guys want to take anything else from Petalham? He has a shield, a gamson, a sack, a symbol, and clothes. The clothes are bloody. The gamson's ruined or is damaged. The metal armor doesn't get damaged easily, but a gamson gets cut open and will need repair more often than metal armor, of course.
I'd like to take the sack and put it in my saddlebags.
Okay, the sack is in good condition. Free sack.
I think sell everything else. Yeah. If possible. Unless, does he have family here? Well, I don't know if he's gonna be back.
Yeah, I wouldn't. House, he's a new house, so I wouldn't count on it. I would definitely try to deliver the body of a more respectable or trustworthy character, right, to a more a reputable house that often adventures with you. So, all right, if we're done looting
Yeah.
Petalham, we shall move on to selling the bees. Okay, let's see. So the best offer you get for the poison sacks can be sold in the black market um, to traders interested, right? They offer it's a legal trade to some extent. You whisper and they find you a person who is actually interested in buying it. The best price they can offer is 6 silver each sack.
Okay, so 6 times 5 is 30.
Right, 30 silver pieces each,
Each.
or not each. Sorry, total.
I was about to say.
That would be a really good haul, but
Yeah.
better
I got
than what you've
excited for
gotten
a
in a while.
second.
So 30 divided by. Are you dividing it 3 ways or 4 ways?
Let's go
3 ways divides
yeah, 3
evenly.
ways.
4 ways, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do 3 ways. We're giving them all the loot on Warwick anyway. Any silver he had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so 10 each then. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the worst run this weekend, but still this weekend I haven't seen a single successful dungeon crawl at all.
No.
Yeah, we've
Unfortunate.
been
I might run another
really.
game tonight. I'm gonna grab some food. Hopefully this next game might change it, but I'm probably gonna run up some new players before we start it. So probably start in an hour if I'm gonna run another game.
Those rolls.
You
Those
know, if
rolls
it's
were cursed.
Wilderness
what's
encounters,
my
weather encounters,
real fast?
bruh.
What's my silver?
And then of
Uh,
course
Right?
bad decisions mixed in. See if you've got only a bad roll and good decisions, or good rolls and bad decisions, you can be fine. But if you have bad decisions mixed with bad rolls, then it's just disaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
How much silver do I have now?
Silver, I don't know. I haven't paid you out yet. I just put 10 on the notes. I haven't changed your sheet yet.
Okay. It should be 10 though, right?
If I'm gonna do it right now, sure. Let me do some more paperwork. 1 second. Okay.
Oh, it's yeah.
Vardon's got 16. Baldric's got 11.5. Eden's got 10.
I got turned into fucking Iron Man.
Yeah, with the male halberd, that's 2 armor class.
Yeah.
With great helm, it's 4. And then with the plate, that's another plus or minus 4, so it's minus 8 now. And then with the great shield, it's minus 10, so you're at a -1 armor class.
What?
What can hit him? What can hit him? What's a roll that needs to hit him, pretty much, with no
Yeah.
A
plus?
20.
Low,
From a
low,
first level monster, for a 1 hit die monster, they need a 20 to hit him.
yes, indeed.
Ah.
Higher up though, they're gonna have higher Thacos, so it's gonna
Send
be
him
easier
in.
for them to hit him. But
Yeah, man.
you mind?
Like, remember
There's no
man.
running away from the fights now, Valdric. So
I know
Very-
there's
Not
not.
for
There's
you.
so I need to really pick and choose.
Yep.
So like
Don't start
if I'm
fights you don't need to.
yeah, never going into a swamp ever again. But
there are some attacks that don't target your AC, right? You have to be wary of those
yeah,
ones.
like boiling me alive in my armor.
Indeed. Flaming oil. Alright.
Yeah, that was one of your best moments, Egan. You were having a grand old time.
It sucks seeing it happen, but when you make
Yeah,
decisions like that, then it's inevitable. So,
yeah. I'm gonna head off though, guys. See
have a
ya.
good night. Alright, I'll
You
see you
too.
Yeah.
guys.
Good night, everybody. I'm not gonna be back for